Hey guys, and we are here for a little bit of happy hour bingo. We are going to be streaming all these games to you guys live on the Pilot TV, Player Connect app, pilotgames.com/PilotTV, YouTube Live, as well as the Twitch app. Our channel name is MegaSota on both YouTube Live and Twitch. So hopefully you guys are checking us out as well as checking in with us, and we'll shoot you out some luck if you leave any comments or
questions, comments, concerns, any of that jazz. We would love to hear anything you guys have to say, so send it our way. If you guys find yourself at a location like Crazy J's, Moose Lodge, Ortonville, the Dugout Bar and Grill, Dent, Woodshed, Ottertail Rod and Gun, Shoreline Restaurant, or the Leaf Valley Mercantile. Those are the latest locations getting those Pilot TVs unwrapped and installed.
Definitely some really great locations getting those TVs, and hopefully we see some more locations getting those TVs really soon. But we are about to get into this very first game of Lucky for Bingo, $44,000 on the line, and we'll see who could take home this prize as it goes out really, really quickly. It's only about 5 balls till it ends up going out, I'm pretty sure.
Absolutely.
Let's see as it gets in right here. That mega prize, yeah, we need to do it in 4 balls. People still in line to do it. Ooh, that is definitely good, seeing people 2 ball away at this point. Let's see, anybody can get 1 ball away as it clicks there. No, but we will have a shot at this major prize. Let's see, Steve B is definitely in there.
And it looks like we are moving past it. Steve D, still the only player in line to take it home, only 1 ball away. Still can take home this $450 prize. Gonna need to happen. And we're moving on to a $5 Musco prize. That's all right. We got Steve D 1 ball away. And if it doesn't go out to him very soon, we got other players in line to take it home now. Now, you are you Magnum PI or are you Top Gun right
I'm
now?
Magnum PI.
Okay.
It's definitely Magnum PI. It's not Top Gun. It doesn't
Okay.
look anything like Top Gun. So I'm Magnum PI.
You look a little like Top Gun.
The original idea was Top Gun, but then it very quickly turned into Magnum PI.
Okay, so what would your detective name be?
My detective name? I don't know. Robert Morrison.
Wow.
Yes, that's my detective name.
Wow. You just almost just ripped off my grandpa's name.
I know. And instead
funny
I combined both of them.
Yeah. That's very funny.
Yeah.
Well, I like it. It seems like a good, hearty name as well.
Exactly.
For a detective.
Exactly.
It's an earnest name.
And then I can also.
Wow, we got Funk. We also got Kragers and Bartender. All 3 of them splitting up that prize. About $1 and some change each going out to you guys. Nicely done. Sorry, I wanted to catch all those winners before we left the screen.
Oh, yeah. Good job to everybody in that game of Lucky 4 Bingo. We're about to get enrolled in our very first game of Game Day Bingo. We got some good prizes on the line. $2,345. You can win in 50 balls or less. But if you just hit it 1 ball earlier at 49 balls or less, you can take home that mega prize of $46,145. And then that minor prize, it's starting off at 52 balls or less.
Yeah, it looks like it either went out on that last round before we got enrolled or the round right prior. So we'll have to see how big that Musco got, if it's still added on, if that jackpot went out right before that Lucky 4 game with you guys. And so we'll have to see in just about 2.5 minutes when you guys get enrolled what that Musco prize amount is going to be starting at for you guys. Hopefully it is a good one going out for you guys in this first game.
Oh, yeah, should be some really, really fun stuff. But we had a really fun weekend as we gave out a bunch of jackpots Thursday through Sunday. And we've given out 24 jackpots over the last week and 389 jackpots during this season 12. But 3 of them were able to go out on just this last Thursday. And the first one went out to Goose over at Buffalo House, taking home $1,736.
Nicely done, Goose. Next up, we had M&M over at the Unofficial, and they got to take home the largest jackpot of Thursday. $4,288 went out to them.
Good job, M&M. And to continue on with the funny names on that Thursday, we had Dog Meat over at the Hideaway Bar, taking home $961. Definitely some good jackpots going out, including with some good names, Goose, M&M, and Dog Meat. All getting wins.
Oh, absolutely. We got so many more wins, though, to go over. And getting Friday started off right, we gave out a prize to G-Man. They're playing over at the Wild Boar Bar and Grill and got to take home $804.
Good job, G-Man. also on that Friday. And the final jackpot that went out on that Friday, it went out to Jim over at VFW Northfield, taking home $959. But before we get into Saturday's jackpots, we do just have 1 minute to get enrolled in this first game of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize growing, and I'm going to be expecting a pretty good Musco prize in this game. So hopefully you guys are getting enrolled and press and play, as the prizes are really good. We've given out that mega prize 2 times at a lower ball count than that. So we gave it out in 44 balls or less, and we gave it out in 47 balls or less. This is the largest that jackpot's ever been able to grow, so maybe we'll be able to give it out on this great Halloween evening.
Absolutely, and that'd be a great way to get into the spooky festivities, just giving out a bunch of cash to you guys. Now, which one of these jackpots did you leave off telling them about?
I was telling them about Friday's jackpots. We're about to get into Saturdays.
All right, well, getting Saturday started off, we had Digit over at the Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel, and they got to take home $827.
Oh, yeah, good job, Digit. We also had Win Please over at Duff's Tavern on Main, taking home $7,255, a very sizable jackpot.
Nicely done. Next up on Saturday, we had Kenzie over at Big Louie's Bar and Grill New Brighton, taking home $4,462.
Good job, Kenzie. Then we had Tank X over at Shady's Railside, taking home $758. Good job, Tank X.
Nicely
What does
done.
Tank X make you think of? Makes me think of like a Tesla tank for some reason.
Tank X, it reminded me of like an actual tank.
An actual tank?
Yeah, military grade.
Oh, you're like tank with an X on the side.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, definitely some cool stuff there. Good job, Tank.
Absolutely. Next up, though, after Tank, on Saturday, we gave out a prize to Mike. It ended up being the largest jackpot of the entire weekend. Mike was playing over at VFW Wells and got to take home a whopping $28,985.
Ooh, that was a really good prize going out to Mike. But to continue on in the final jackpot on Saturday, it went out to Paul over at Clyde's Roadhouse in Blaine, taking home $843.
Nicely done. Then on Sunday, we had Rock's Gym over at Eagles Elk River, taking home $721.
Yeah, good job, Rock's Gym, big time player. But also on that Sunday, either naming it or claiming it, or they just were celebrating the great win. We got Vikes win over at Corky's Bar South Haven, taking home $758. We see them play all the time, saying Vikes win. So good job to them, as they've been more right than wrong during this season.
Absolutely.
As they're 6-1 now.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
stuff.
Absolutely. But after Vikes win, we had Billany. They were playing over at VFW Blaine on Sunday and got to take home $784.
Good job, Billany. We also had Jonahan over at Kingspin Pub, taking home $863.
I would say John Hahn.
John Hahn?
Yeah. John Hahn over at the Kingpin Club.
Yeah, good
Kingpin
job.
Pub.
Well, good job to John Hahn.
Absolutely. But then we had one final jackpot go out, and it went out to Maggie over at VFW Blaine, and they got to take home $6,394. But we got a winner of our own right here.
Yeah, it's Tommy over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, taking home that $79.30 Musco prize. Yes, it was the double Musco in this game, and that means that minor prize will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. Should be some really, really good stuff as you guys are getting enrolled, and that major and mega are still going to be on the line as we get into this game number 2 of Game Day Bingo.
Absolutely. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in these next 2.5 minutes. As you can see, that minor clicked up to 54 balls or less, making things a little bit more doable for you guys. But something super doable is that you guys can do is check out those eTab games. The latest one we've released is called Bounty Hunter. It's been out for about a month now, and you can even try your hand in the Bonanza bonus round, or you can pick a lucky door in the Saloon door bonus to win some great prizes that way as well.
Yeah, it's definitely some awesome stuff, all old Western themed, and it's super, super fun. So make sure you guys are taking home some good prizes on that, as well as staying up to date with PilotTV, as we should be announcing a new game coming pretty soon. And another place where you can get that updated for you guys is on our social media. All you got to do is search up Pilot Games on Facebook, and you'll be able to find that that account. Click on our logo, and you'll see weekly bingo schedules, event details, and reminders, big progressives, player pictures, and so much more. You can also find our website link, which is our link tree. It has links to bar locations, our other socials, and more there as well. So make sure you guys are checking out everything that Facebook has to offer from Pilot Games.
Absolutely. It's a great resource to use, so definitely check that out. But a great resource to utilize is Monday through Friday, just a little 20-minute segment show that we call Cup of Joe. It happens each and every day, Monday through Friday at 11:30, and it's only 20 minutes, and we talk about all the biggest shakeups that happened in the standings the day previous, as well as all the big money amounts happening in our bingo schedule for the upcoming day. So if you guys want to know about anything happening that day, and so definitely check out Cup of Joe at 11:30, Monday through Friday.
Oh, yeah, and then 7 days a week, we got Vikings Bingo that runs 12 all the way till 1 o'clock. Today, we were not able to give out that over $17,000 jackpot, and so coming in tomorrow from 12 to 1, you'll have another opportunity at it. So make sure you guys come out for a great Tuesday lunchtime. But even after that, you got more great bingo, as it's some of the bingo that you're playing right now. From 1 all the way till 4, you got Game Day Bingo, where you got a shot at that mega, major, and minor prize, wherever they lie at the end of tonight. And obviously, you're playing it right now, and that means we play it during our happy hour. But we don't just play Game Day Bingo during our happy hour. We play 2 games of Lucky 4 Bingo to bracket it.
Absolutely. That happens right at 4 p.m. when we get on live with you guys. And then again at 6 p.m. right before we let you guys loose to play the remainder of your night, where tonight from 6 to 10, you guys will be playing that Skull Bingo. We have that line prize starting out the day at $778 that you guys can take home in 10 balls or less. A large frame at $1,751 at 43 balls or less. And not to mention that coverall prize starting out the day at $1,313. You can take that prize home in 50 balls or less.
Oh, yeah, but we are in this game number 2 of a Game Day Bingo, and we got that Musco prize of $18.50, a minor prize that you can take home in 54 balls or less, and it's sitting at $51.60, a major prize of $2,376 you can take home in 50 balls or less, and then that mega prize is sitting at $46,173 you can take home in 49 balls or less. Should be some really fun stuff, as we are halfway to that 50 ball count. Hopefully we get some people getting closer.
Absolutely. But just a couple nights a week, we have some special nights that happen, and tomorrow night is the next opportunity for you guys to check that out. So make sure you guys are coming out tomorrow night. It's going to interrupt that Skull Bingo from 6 all the way till, or 6:40 all the way until about 8:30, and that's our MegaSota game night. And so you guys should definitely check out Tony and Nikki on that night, and check out that jackpot jungle coverall. I mean, $45,595 on the line. They're $1 cards, meaning you can take that prize home in 54 balls or less. You'll definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fun. We always have a good time watching Tony and Nikki giving out those prizes. But you can also win some PGL points as well as some prizes during our Wild Wednesday. That comes 7 to 9 every single Wednesday. It's super fun, some high-low games, as well as a great grand finale of Wipeout Blackout. And if you're a fan of Skull Bingo, you definitely want to check out our Wild Wednesday Wipeout Blackout action. So 7 to 9 every Wednesday. Come and earn those PGL points. We do have one other night that's not very PGL oriented, but it's a lot of fun because we do it while the Vikings are having their game, and we like to call that Vikings game day. This week it's going to be at noon as we watch the Vikings take on the Commanders this Sunday. Should be some really fun stuff. We also have e-tip boards that you could fill out on the Player Connect app that could also earn you some PGL points as well.
Absolutely, but we got Don J and NJB. They are both splitting up that must-go prize of $18.50. We got Don J over at the Barrel House Bar and Cafe, and NJB, and they're playing over at Jimmy's Food and Drink. Nicely done to all of our winners in this game number 2. We're about to be enrolled in our 3rd round of Game Day Bingo, and so make sure you guys are getting enrolled because we got that minor jackpot clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less.
Yeah, should be some really, really good stuff. And since I want to talk about something other than the actual Vikings game day, we could talk about it right now because we got Viking news later. But you crushed me in fantasy football this week.
Yes, I did.
That was very, very impressive. I was so surprised by it, as I am one of the better teams in our league. I think I'm 3rd place right now in our league. And you are
Third from last.
Yeah, you're in 7th in the
Yes.
league, and so I was like, oh sweet, I'm gonna get an easy week. I'm gonna be able to brag over
I'm in
Jordy.
8th.
I'm gonna be able to brag over Jordy this whole week, and
Yeah.
she comes out and just destroys me. I don't even have a bad week. I scored one of my highest scoring
Yeah.
weeks of my entire season,
Yeah.
and you still crushed me. It was so disappointing.
I did. I really
Yeah,
did.
yeah, but I guess you had a
And
good weekend.
I still have players who haven't played yet as well.
Yeah, I have one player that hasn't played yet.
I
and
think I
so
have 2 or 3.
I don't remember how many you got left.
I have at least 2 that I can see.
Yeah, I think it's just 2. I hope
3.
I hope there's not more.
Oh no, he's benched. Yeah.
Okay, good. No more players. I don't want any more players. We got 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game. That minor prize has clicked up from 54 to 56 balls or less as it's creeping towards that $100 mark. $82 available right now. That major prize is at $2,400 you could take home in 50 balls or less. And then we got that $46,200 mega prize you could take home in 49 balls or less. But as you guys are getting enrolled into these games, we can get into a little bit of National Day action. The first one doesn't actually start with a national day. It's actually a world day, as on October 31st, we celebrate World Savings Day, and it's to increase public awareness of the importance of saving money. It's also a day to recognize the impact that saving can have on the global economy. The day is sometimes referenced as World Thrift Day as well.
All right.
Yeah, there's tons of ways to be able to save money and be able to do it well.
Yeah, it's very, very important. What is one of the key things that you do to try and save money?
Oh, I'm terrible at saving money, so not a lot. I don't know, when I'm trying to save money, I don't eat out nearly as much.
I make my own coffee. That's like
You make your own coffee?
one way I try and not spend money.
Yeah, because coffee's so overpriced.
It is so overpriced.
It's one of the most
and for the
overpriced.
price of one singular coffee beverage, I can get the supplies needed to supply coffee for at least 7 days.
Yeah, exactly. One coffee beverage.
Just one, because it's only about what, $3 for the thing of cold brew I buy, about $3 for the thing of creamer.
Yeah.
And so it's really the same price as a venti Starbucks.
Yeah, exactly. So,
And it lasts me an entire week.
That's a great way to save. I'm trying to think. Also, just knowing what you're spending on, putting limits on what you are spending on.
See, you're
stuff.
pretty good though, because you try and at least every paycheck put something away into your savings account.
Yeah, I do that, but I could do way more with it. Like if I had like
yeah,
an
but that's
actual-
more than what normal people, like some people do.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I would say that as your greatest
I'm-
asset to saving money.
And I'm way too bad about reaching into my savings account.
That's all right.
That's one thing I don't do great. But
you try and get it there in the first place. I don't even have a savings account. All right.
But thrifting, that's another way I save. I love
Yes.
thrifting, especially my Halloween outfits. This was probably getting the mustache and the aviators was the first time I'd gotten something outside of thrift store like Halloween apparel in I don't know, like probably like 5 years or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to think. I don't know if you would consider this jacket thrifted.
Was it?
It's a
No, it was a
hand-me-down.
hand-me-down. No, it's not thrifted.
Yeah, but I didn't go out and seek it. I also didn't really have a correlated outfit to put on.
No. What was your inspiration for your outfit today?
This jacket, I'd probably say. I thought it was very fun because I knew I wanted to do something that was like a wearable look.
Yes.
Before we talk about it further, we do have She Shed over at 3D Sports Bar. Did you get to meet She Shed?
Yes, I did get to meet She Shed. A great player, 3D
Yes.
Sports Bar, super fun. And
I'm the she that wants the shed as well.
Yes. So She Shed, this is the one who
This
wants
is the
the She
she.
Shed. Great to see you get the win, $28.50. Now you just got to win it 2 balls earlier, but
Or just next round, keep it the same ball count because that minor clicked up to 58 balls.
Oh, yeah, but that's if one of those great players that are probably sitting next to you don't win it before you. We do got just 2 minutes and 25 seconds to get enrolled in this next game. Great game. Minor prize, 58 balls or less. Super doable in this one. We got that $2,000 major still available, 50 balls or less, and then that mega prize, 49 balls or less. Like I said, it's been given out earlier than this the last 2 times.
Oh, 100%.
$46,000 available. Really, really good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, today is the day to maybe set some cash aside, start trying to plan out the best ways that you can implement savings into your daily routines.
Oh, yeah, but we do have some more days to get into.
That's right, and our next one is another world one, as it is actually World Cities Day. And on October 31st, it is World Cities Day when the United States focuses on global urbanization. Along with promoting urbanization, the UN addresses the challenges urbanization presents. Cities collaborate on sustainable urbanization.
Yeah, big cities, definitely a hub for a lot of different stuff.
And since we said that word so many times, if you guys don't know what urbanization is, it's the process of making an area urban.
Yes.
You don't say.
You don't say. Did you not know what urbanization was?
I did. I knew this was the rough definition, but I thought that there'd be a little bit more.
Oh, there would be a little bit more detail to it.
A little bit more to it than just being a little redundant here.
Yeah, no, it's the exact same thing.
Urbanization, the process of being urban.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier than saying the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely a cool day on today. Have you ever wanted to live in big city?
Absolutely not.
Never in your whole
Never
life?
in my whole life.
You're never like, ooh, I want to live in New York and be like a big ballet dancer or something like that. That was never the dream as a little kid.
No, I never.
I thought you wanted to be in the Rockettes.
See, yeah, every girl wants to be a Rockette, but I wanted to move to Texas and be a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader.
Oh,
like I wanted to go south my entire life.
That's a big city. Dallas is huge, so
Yeah,
that definitely
right.
is a big city that you wanted to live in.
Yeah, but I never see pictures of downtown Dallas or the actual city life. I think of Texas. When I think of it. And that speaks volumes for someone who's never been to Texas, you know.
That's so funny. Yeah, you have no idea what Texas is like.
I have no idea what Texas looks like.
Yeah, my brother, he's born in Texas. Basically, if you look at
Benjamin?
Ben. Yeah, Ben. You look at Ben and you go, oh, Texas. And it also makes sense why he's the largest one of my siblings. He's the skinniest, but he's the tallest and broadest and everything like that.
I was going to say
once he fills out, he's gonna be bigger than all of us.
Yeah, it's just hard to consider him the biggest out of all of you guys.
He definitely is, though.
He's just the tallest.
Yeah.
But, no, I've never. Have you ever wanted to live in a big city?
No, I've never. I've always talked about how I've wanted to live in
middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere. I want to deal with little people.
Yeah.
I just want to, go to my little grocery store and have the little locals that I know, and they're my regular people that I talk to.
See, that's what I always wanted. I wanted the Gilmore Girls small town where you don't even need to have a car. You can just walk everywhere and everyone knows everyone, and you have town hall meetings once a month, and you all I want that where you help each other walk the groceries home, and that's always my dream.
I just want to do it somewhere south,
somewhere
warm.
on a beach.
Yeah, that's all I want. It's like that, but then somewhere warm, because as soon as it gets cold like that, you don't hang out with people anymore.
No.
You're just like, oh, I'm
gonna stay inside.
I'm in a small town locked inside with nothing to do.
That's
when you appreciate a big town, is when it's cold and you're looking for stuff to do. You can't do stuff outside.
See, that's why you live in the little cities that are about 20 to 30 minutes outside of a big city.
Yeah, no. The suburbs are always a nice place if you're into living into the suburbs. I know a lot of people like even more land than that. Want big amounts of land. I just appreciate a yard.
Exactly. That's all I can ask for, because I will not get a dog until I have a yard, but I need to get a dog in my life.
Yeah, as soon as I get a yard, I want a dog.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah. What kind of dog do you want right off the bat?
Ooh, I'd probably rescue, so I can't really say.
You can't, but you can have a preference.
Probably mid-size.
Mid-size?
Mid-size, maybe. I don't want a doodle or anything like that.
Yeah. I want
maybe a little pity mix.
Okay. I want just a mutt. Just
I was gonna say a little rescue
mix of
pity
everything,
mix.
a little gray, black, brown dog that you can't tell what it is, but it's cute.
We do have Mikey, though, over at VFW Blaine, taking home that Musco prize. $26.20 going out to you. Nicely done taking home that Musco. We got that minor prize clicking up from 58 to 60 balls or less in this next round. We're getting in round number 5 now already. This has been round number 4. Mikey taking home that win.
Oh, yeah, so make sure you guys are getting enrolled, press and play, as that minor prize has clicked up from 58 to 60 balls or less. Over $100 available in that minor prize. That major prize still growing, $2,460. $50 balls or less, and then mega prize growing as well, $46,260. You can take home in 49 balls or less. Just 2 minutes to get into this game, but we were talking about World Cities Day and also talking about, for some reason, we got to, we were just talking about where we want to live, and then we got into what dog we wanted, and I was saying I just wanted a mutt. And it's honestly, one of my favorite dogs was my grandma's dog, Gus. And he was like that. He was a rescue dog found on the side of the road. My grandparents picked him up, decided to take care of him. He was an awesome dog. It was the first dog I actually trained him to, well, me and my siblings, we all trained him to do shake. And so that was really cool because he was an older dog, and we were like, we taught an old dog new tricks. Boom. So we thought it was so cool, and he was one of my favorite dogs. And so,
do you mind if I see your glasses real quick?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Taking off a sticker off of mine, exposing me. We got 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game, and happy World Cities Day.
There you go.
But we do have some more national days to get into, as this next one is National Doorbell Day. On October 31st, National Doorbell Day will have doorbells ringing more than any other day of the year. The day recognizes the little buzzer, unique tones, and rings that alert us to the visitors at our door every day of the year.
Absolutely. Before we get into National Doorbell Day, I did want to ask, what's your favorite largest city you've ever been to?
Oh, favorite largest city I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Mine, I would have to say, probably downtown Tampa.
You really like downtown Tampa?
Yeah, I really did. I think the driving would confuse me a lot if I was the one behind the wheel. But being chauffeured by Big John, your father, definitely made it a more enjoyable experience. But they had a bunch of really cool stuff all over that was outdoor for people to do. And I mean, when you live in Florida, I'm sure there's just more for you to do.
I really enjoyed my time in Minneapolis. I really that definitely is one of the best cities in the United States. But is it my favorite? It's definitely up there.
I loved Rochester, Minnesota, with the skywalk everywhere downtown. That was super, super useful.
Yeah, especially for us being in the hotel, just walking to get food wherever
everywhere.
we wanted. It was super, super nice over there in Rochester. Minneapolis, definitely one of my favorite bigger cities. I also like Grand Rapids here in Michigan. I think they have a really nice, and it's not too big. It's just like large enough to be able to have everything you could want.
Here in Michigan, my favorite downtown city would have to be Ann Arbor.
Ooh, they do have a really nice city, but they're more of like a college town, and so I feel less like it's not as like it doesn't have as much city options as like the Grand Rapids or Detroit offers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like Tampa as well. I'll probably say somewhere between like Tampa or Minneapolis. Minneapolis might be my favorite.
Solid choices.
It had a really going to the Structure Garden, going to the Vikings game, walking around downtown, getting food down there. It was really, really nice. And so the Mall of America, like all of it, really, really fun.
Absolutely.
So I'll give it to Minneapolis, my favorite city I've been to.
Yeah, it's very, very close up there. I think it might actually top of Tampa.
Yeah, I just haven't been to enough in Tampa spent enough time there, as we spent like a whole week visiting, going in and out of Minneapolis.
Absolutely. Well, now we can get back to the official national day we were talking about, Doorbell Day.
Yes, Doorbell Day. It's going to be rung a bunch today. Giving out candy should be a lot of fun. I cannot wait till I can be a part of the trick-or-treating festivities.
I can't wait either. We do have Jan, though, over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids, taking home that minor prize, $186.05 going out to you, Jan. Nicely done in this game number 5. We're getting enrolled in a game number 6 where that Musco prize of $52.90 is getting tacked on to the Musco in this next round. So we're going to be giving out that double Musco to one of you lucky winners. So make sure you guys are getting enrolled in these next couple minutes.
Yeah, hopefully you guys can win that great prize. I mean, 2 great prizes available, as well as the minor jackpot, which will be smaller than the Musco prize. 2 minutes to get enrolled. But National Doorbell Day, I can't wait till I get to be able to open doors for little kids trying to get candy because they're hilarious. There's so many funny costumes out there, and kids just dress up in so many different varieties.
It's amazing. I even thought about getting a bag of candy, and we live in just an apartment complex.
Uh-huh.
But there are like so many young families in there, and
Yes.
so it makes me curious if we're gonna get some trick-or-treaters.
I would feel so bad because I would be like, we don't have any candy to give you.
We have some candy.
We have like loose candy. We don't.
We have unopened packages we could give them.
Oh yeah, I mean we could give them like the coffee candy that we have. Like what is that? What is that chocolate called?
Coffee candy?
Yeah, that's what I just think of them as. People will like to put them in their coffee, but it's those
Oh,
caramel.
the Ghirardellis.
Yeah, Ghirardellis. We could give them the Ghirardellis, but I don't know what else we got.
I actually just got those the zero sugar candy little individual packs to try. So him and I could stop eating regular candy and try and get away from the sugar, but if we did have some trick-or-treaters, we could give them those.
Give them those. Yeah, the 5-packs that we have should be.
There's like 5 kids in the neighborhood.
Great Halloween.
Sorry, kids.
Yeah, we do just have 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, so hopefully you guys are doing so. The double Musco should be available. $48 and $48,944 of total prizes in this one. And happy National Doorbell Day. Did you ever, did your family, as they were big, like create the spooky front of the house kind of thing? Did they ever do anything fun with the doorbell?
Or we never had the kids ring our doorbell though.
Oh, they just
we would sit outside.
Okay.
The entire night.
They would just go get the candy.
Yeah,
Who would walk with you guys to go as you guys
My
would
mom.
go do that? And then your dad would be be running the candy
yeah.
stop.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And where my grandparents always came over, and so they would all sit out on my front porch. I actually just got a clip of like when I was a child.
What were you dressed up for that year?
It was like a goth angel thing. I don't know. I had like I was wearing like hot pink and black, and I looked like a gothic fairy dead angel thing. I don't know. Whatever. I was an angsty little child, but we had this like 15-foot skeleton man that came up in our front yard, and we had my dogs dressed up. Everyone was there, and so my grandpa actually built like a human-sized coffin for my vampire brother to jump out of and scare people. It was a whole big shebang.
Yeah, that sounds super fun.
Oh, yeah. And so we would have my dad's Halloween mix on the CD.
Oh.
And he'd play it on the boombox. And we would walk around, and we'd be like we were a corner house. So naturally, my dad needed to draw attention to us.
Yes, definitely.
As my dad loves to do.
Yes, we do have 29 balls dropped in this game. We do have an $83 Musco prize on this one if we miss out on all these jackpots. But we do have players.
Smell you later.
Yeah, 8 balls away for some of these players, and we'll see if they can hit that mega or major prize as we're creeping closer and closer to them. But we do have some more National Day action to get into.
That's right, and it's actually Girl Scout Founders Day, and on October 21st, Girl Scout Founders Day recognizes the founders of all the great things Scouting has done for girls since its inception. It commemorates the birth of the founder, Juliette Gordon Lowe.
Yeah, really, really cool stuff. Girl Scouts have been serving up great cookies for so long.
Amen.
I love a good Girl Scout cookie. Now, what is your favorite Girl Scout cookie?
Tag along.
Tag along. What's your top 3?
Tag along, Thin Mint, and then I like I don't know. Those are the only 2 my family ever bought. Maybe
you also got those coconut
I don't like
caramel ones.
Those are Samoas.
Yeah, we do have a winner on this one. Tommy over at McHugh's Grill and Bar, taking home $83 on this prize. Good job, Tommy, as we're getting enrolled into this next game. Game number 7. Make sure you guys are getting enrolled, press and play, as we want to give out some of these prizes. That minor will be clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. But we do have some of the best flavors to ever exist.
All
First
right,
one
well,
is Toffee-tastic.
interesting. I don't think I've heard of this one.
Yeah, Toffee-tastic.
They look pretty good.
Yeah, there is but a single sleeve of these when you open up the super thin box. It's
Wow.
like the Girl Scouts are saying, we know you're not going to like these, or else we would have packed 2 sleeves in there. They taste a little sandy, but sticky pops of toffee are nice. That is funny.
That is really funny.
Why is it in the top 10? That is hilarious.
Interesting. Next up at number 9, we got the Lemon Ups, also known as the Lemonades. These are practically the same thing. Ones that are shaped like a lemon wheel, while the other one is indescribed with motivational words. Okay, with the Lemon Ups. They both have the same lemony glaze. Despite being strange tasting, these citrus spiked shortbreads are kind of impossible to stop eating. I like this.
I would like them. I love lemon flavored cookies.
Oh, I'm sure I would like them as well.
Yeah, I'm a super big fan of them. We do just have 1 minute to get enrolled in this next game. $70 available on that minor prize. You could take home in 54 balls or less, 49 balls or less for the mega, and 50 balls or less for the major jackpot. But next up on our top list of cookies, we got the Do-si-dos, the peanut butter sandwich. Initially, Do-si-dos taste a lot like the Lance Toast cheese peanut butter sandwich crackers that were popular in their middle school. That aftertaste is a lot like those toast cheese crackers too. They're lucky I don't mind a toast cheese every now and then. This is a cookie that doesn't taste like a snack based dessert.
All right.
Ah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that one.
I actually, there's a lot of these I haven't tried. I think I've literally only tried Tagalong and Thin Mints and the shortbread
really?
ones.
Okay.
But sitting at number 7 is ones I've definitely never heard of, and that is a caramel chocolate chip cookie. The caramel chocolate chip rendition offers up a treat that tastes a little bit like a granola bar. It's gluten-free, which is a bonus, but it's definitely not the most superior cookie on the list.
Yeah, I feel like I would enjoy this one. I like a good granola bar, and caramel and chocolate chip is a great pairing.
See, this next one is one that I want to try.
Ooh, the Adventurefuls. These cookies are described as brownie-inspired, which is a little bit misleading based on how dry and crumbly they are. They're a dusty cocoa flavor, but not the rich fudginess you would expect from a brownie. It is if the caramel cream on top of was gooey, similar to the stickiness of the Samoa. Maybe this cookie would have ranked higher and provided a contrast in texture. Instead of the creamy, it is a bit dry as well to one note, tasting only of sugar and not the rich depth that you'd want anything caramel flavored.
They look pretty good. I was just thinking that these actually might be ones I want to try.
But they aren't.
Wow, I think I need to try them myself.
You're like, I want to give my own opinion on this
I do.
one.
Where's a Girl Scout? We do at number 5 have the Raspberry Rally.
Okay.
And this author can see why the Girl Scouts of America's organization is calling this the sister cookie to Thin Mints. It's got that flaky wafer interior and it's coated in chocolate. The inside is a bright pink and it has that artificial raspberry flavor. Those obsessed with Thin Mints might find it a little disappointing, but this author finds it delicious. It could be even better if it had fresh raspberry jam interior, though.
Yeah, that seems like a tasty one. Will said that might be one of his favorites. We do have 54 balls dropped on this one as we click past that minor jackpot to a $26.40 must-go prize. We got players 4 balls away, and we'll see who can end up getting the win as we got Sheshed over at 3D.
She-Shed.
Oh, She-Shed. Oh, my gosh. She-Shed. I've just completely blanked on your name. Over at 3D Sports Bar. Take it home. That $26.40 must-go prize. Good job, She-Shed. As that minor prize is going to be clicking up into this next game from 54 to 56 balls or less.
Absolutely. And you guys have just about 2.5 minutes to get enrolled in game number 8. So make sure you guys do so as we talk about number 4 on this list.
Yeah, we got trefoils,
Mm-hmm.
and shortbread. And when else does anyone eat shortbread? When it's Girl Scout cookie season and no other time. Shortbread is a beloved classic, though it goes with pretty much everything, every hot beverage: hot chocolate, coffee, tea, matcha latte. The buttery base is a wonderful canvas for so many drinks. Let us take a moment to exalt their mere existence of the shortbread cookie, the snack food version of the Yeti. Great, yeah, I agree.
At number 3, we got Thin Mints. The crispiness of this wafer, the Girl Scouts do not call it a cookie on the box, strangely enough, though, and it is the secret as to why it is so good. Its thinness makes you feel like it's barely there, and it takes a minimal amount of effort for the wafer to yield to your mouth. And within no time, a minty bite permeates the place where your taste buds live. It only loses points because it denies that it's a cookie. And when I buy the Girl Scout cookies, I expect to eat Girl Scout cookies. On the other hand, it is the best wafer you'll ever have in your life. I love the difference in writing that this author depicts. You
Yes.
can tell which one of these cookies is their favorite.
No, that is so funny. Thin Mints are, I mean, I'm surprised. It's my top two.
Yeah, it's
the fact that
definitely.
it's not in the top two is a little disappointing. But at number 2, he's one of these people. It's a Samoa's caramel delight. I hate anything with coconut in it as a kid. It was like math homework for my taste buds. Now I eat food prepared with coconut oil, drink coconut water like I live in Thailand, and it's cheap. But I always love Samoas. They were the exception to my coconut-free childhood. In adulthood, my love for Samoas has only grown as they combine dark chocolate, toasted coconut, and a cookie with a hole in it. For some reason, the hole adds a kind of magical quality of the cookie. It's no bigger than my palm, and yet the Girl Scouts stiff me on the middle of a cookie. It makes me love the cookie even more. That is so funny. He's like, they steal cookie from me, but I don't care. I love it.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I can't say that I'm a big fan of those.
Yeah, and the number 1 is the obvious one. It's definitely my favorite. If
It's
not Thin Mint,
everyone's, yeah.
it's Tagalong.
Mhm.
Number 1, Tagalong, or the peanut butter patties.
Absolutely. Yes, the tagalong is not just the best Girl Scout cookie, but it may be the best cookie ever made. Think about what goes into the tagalong. You've got that crispy cookie layer, a flaky cookie center, a peanut butter layer, and then all of that is covered in a delicious chocolate. It's basically a Reese's with a better mouthfeel, and then you can get 13 of them in one pack. That's hilarious. Yeah, we have found at our local grocery store at Aldi's, we have a kind of a off-brand tag along, if you
Yes.
will, and the cookie is a chocolate cookie in it, and we eat those by the pack.
It is so tasty. I'll eat a whole entire sleeve of it in one sitting. It's terrible.
Absolutely.
It is so, so good. But definitely happy National Girl Scout Founders Day. A huge one. We will be celebrating the Girl Scout Founders celebrity birthday later on in
All
today.
right.
But also on today, we got National Magic Day. National Magic Day each year on October 31st recognizes the thrill of seeing the performance art. It takes place during National Magic Week.
I wish I would have known. I would have performed or prepared a magic trick for this.
Yeah, magic tricks are so cool though. Whether they're huge, like disappearing acts, they're little card games, they're just
Anything.
pouring the salt into your
It's
hand
amazing.
and making it disappear. It's all so cool.
Absolutely. I would definitely love to learn at least a couple before having kids. That way I can amaze my kids with minimal effort. But we do have a bunch of you guys about 5 balls away now. We have about 56, now 57 balls dropped. We moved past that minor, and there it is. We got that $28.70 must-go prize going out to Man Bear Pig over at McHugh's Grill and Bar in Savage. They're taking home that must-go, and that minor prize is clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less in this game number 9, and it's already over $100. Let's see how high we can make it grow before we get into one of your pockets.
Oh yeah, but we got some of the greatest magic tricks of all time. David Copperfield makes the Statue of Liberty vanish. That was a
Really?
huge one. That was a really, really
I have not seen that.
yeah, David Copperfield remains as one of the most famous
Yeah.
magicians of all time, and back in the 1980s was one of the world's most
Recognizable.
recognizable people. He has performed many awe-inspiring illusions during his career, including levitating over the Grand Canyon and walking through the Great Wall of China. But arguably his most famous trick to date took back in 1983 in front of a live television audience as well as 20 tourists. David made one of the world's most famous landmarks, the Statue of Liberty, disappear. He has since said he chose to perform the trick in order to demonstrate what the world would be like in the absence of of liberty and freedom.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was really, really cool. You actually can find a bunch of video clips because it was all on TV.
Yeah.
There was live people there sitting right in front of it as it disappeared. It's really, really interesting how it all worked.
I think I need to do a little David Copperfield deep dive.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch it on YouTube or something.
Absolutely. But next up, the Penn and Teller catching bullets tricks. Some of the most exciting magic often happens when the performer puts themselves or others at risk. The dynamic magical duo Penn and Teller are one of Las Vegas's most successful magic acts and have been a double act since 1975. One of their most famous tricks, though, is which they had performed numerous times, is the bullet catch trick. The pair simultaneously fires a gun at each other before remarkably catching the bullet in each other's mouths. They have performed this trick many times over the years and often get an audience member to sign the bullets to prove the trick's legitimacy.
Wow. That's really cool.
That is really cool.
I wonder how they do it. I wonder. We got Harry Houdini's Chinese water torture trick.
Yeah.
Craziness. David Blanging above the below, where he was in a box suspended 30 feet in the air in London and remained there for a staggering 44 days. Dynamo walks on water. Yeah.
Yeah, he walks on water.
That's some of the craziest tricks there. They even have YouTube links to all of these
Every
tricks.
one of them. I think we might need to watch some magic later.
Yeah. I mean, it's Halloween. What other day are we gonna watch some magic? But I always felt like I should have learned some good card tricks and everything like that.
Ever since we watched that one Steve Carell movie, I've been really wanting to watch more magic tricks.
Oh my gosh, let me tell you what. The coolest kid at camp. Okay, I'll put some backstory behind this before I go just head
Dive
first
right
into
in.
it. I went to it is a junior in high school. I went to a camp where I worked on buildings in the Saginaw area.
Okay.
And we just painted, sanded down, did a bunch of work on different buildings, weeded the yards, and just made them a lot nicer.
Mm-hmm.
And when you went to the camp, you stayed in just school. That was because it was out of school, summertime.
Yeah.
And you couldn't have your phone or anything like that. And so the coolest kid there, because you don't have your phone, you have nothing to entertain you, was the kid that could do magic tricks. And let me tell you, he had everyone enthralled for the entire week. He just had another magic trick to go every single time. It was great.
He's like, this is my moment.
It was his moment to shine. As everyone was like, you usually can get like 3 or 4 people to get into the magic trick. The entire camp is into this magic trick as he's doing it. I mean, he was the star of the show. It was awesome.
Yeah, I went on one of those trips once. We didn't have anyone doing magic to entertain us, but we definitely weren't allowed to use our phones after a certain time. And so we would all, in the girls group, we all had to stay in the church while the boys had to stay in the auditorium at the school we were staying at in Detroit. And so the girls would all just like sing karaoke, but with no music or karaoke words.
Oh.
And so it was just a cappella off the cuff. If you could remember the words, jump in. If not, Make them up.
That's
And
so
it was
funny.
so funny. There was probably like 30 of us just singing random lyrics to big songs.
Yeah, I know. I hated that camp that I went to though because
I had a lot of fun.
it was during the LeBron James 7-game series with Golden State Warriors, and it was
Hear anything about it.
terrible. Well, yeah, we do have Bingo Bob over at South Street Saloon taking home that must-go prize of $37.90. Good job, Bingo Bob, as we are about to get enrolled into this next game, game number 10 of Game Day Bingo.
Absolutely. That's some awesome stuff. And so make sure you guys are getting enrolled in these next 2.5 minutes. And so we'll see. We had that minor prize. There it is, clicking up to 60 balls or less for you guys. Definitely really doable. And so make sure you guys are getting enrolled as we try and get this cash out to you guys. But yeah, it's definitely a fun one on all these different national days. And we have our next one to talk about with you guys, as it is National Knock Knock Joke Day. Laugh out loud on National Knock Knock Joke Day, because October 31st encourages telling a few funny knock knock jokes while going door to door. And the day is also for the jokers of all ages too.
Oh, yeah. If you need some ideas, well, you have come to the right place.
All right, let me hear 'em.
Because we got 25 knock knock jokes that are genuinely funny.
I'm ready.
Well, according to them. Okay, knock knock.
Who's there?
A little old lady.
A little old lady who?
I had no idea you could yodel.
Oh, you lady who?
Yes. Knock. Oh, wait. Same one. Knock knock.
Who's there?
To.
To who?
To whom?
Oh.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Saul.
Saul who?
Saul there is. There ain't no more. I don't get that one.
I don't get it either, but knock knock.
Who's there?
Ida.
Ida who?
Surely it's pronounced Idaho.
Oh.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Broken pencil.
A broken pencil who?
Never mind. That's pointless.
Oh. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Nobel.
Nobel who?
Nobel. That's why I knocked.
Oh.
Get it? Get it? Ha, that's funny. That's funny. So if you guys go up to any place that doesn't have a doorbell and you have to knock to get the candy, make sure you use that, because it's like, knock, knock, who's there? Nobel. Nobel who? That's great. Okay, next up, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
Hey, don't cry.
All right.
That's a classic. That's a classic right there.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Luke.
Luke who?
Look through the peephole and find out.
Okay. Moo.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Time traveling cow. I feel like both parties need to be in on that.
Yeah, I feel like, No, I feel like you got to be like, knock, knock, moo, knock, knock. And then you say who's there. And, you got to do it right in a row. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Control freak.
Control
freak.
freak.
Okay, now say control freak who? Yeah.
Control freak who? Yeah. Well, that was a good one.
Yeah, knock, knock.
Who's there?
Leon.
Leon who?
Leon me when you're not strong.
Wow.
I'll be your friend. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Police.
Police who?
Police, hurry up. It's nearly lunchtime.
Wow.
It's nearly dinner time.
It's nearly dinner time.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hatch.
Hatchu.
Bless you. Booch.
I might have seen the ending to that one, so I thought I'd play into it a little bit.
Okay.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Van News.
Van News who?
Van News was 17. It was a very good year. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Honeydew.
Honeydew who?
Honeydew, you want to dance?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a smooth one right there.
Honeydew is also one of my favorite fruits.
Oh, yes. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Oh, okay, we're not going to use this one. That's one that they used in The Office.
I was gonna say that's pretty funny.
That's one they used in The Office. That's a good one. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Cows go.
Cows go who?
No, silly. Cows go moo.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Eli.
Eli who?
Elementary. My dear Winston.
Watson.
Dear Watson.
Yes, like
Oh, Sherlock.
Sherlock Holmes and
yeah.
Watson. That's what I would.
That makes more sense.
Yes. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Cash.
Cash who?
No thanks. I have some peanuts.
Cashew.
Ah, boom.
We do have Baker though over at the Lucky Tavern taking home that minor prize, $222.95. Nicely done, Baker, in this round number 10. We're getting rolled in round number 11 now, which means that $55.30 Musco prize is getting tacked onto that next one. We're giving out a double Musco in this game number 11, so make sure you guys get enrolled in this next 2.5 minutes as we continue to enthrall you with the rest of these awesome knock-knock jokes.
Oh, yeah, we'll speed through these ones. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's ice cream? Ice cream who? Ice cream if you don't let me in.
Wow. Knock, knock. Who's there? Deja vu? Knock, knock.
Wow. Knock, knock. Who? I don't know what that is. Okay, knock, knock. Who's there? Oh, a wood work. Oh, a wood walk. A would walk who? A would walk 500 miles and a would walk 500 more.
And I would walk
500 miles.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Spell who? I skipped a line. Spell who? Okay, fine. Oh my gosh, I'm messing this.
WHO.
We're gonna skip it.
WHO. Well, there's some great knock-knock jokes for you guys. Hopefully you can use it on this National Knock-Knock Day while you guys are going door to door trying to get some candy or anything like that. But next up is National Caramel Apple Day. On National Caramel Apple Day, we celebrate a time-honored fall treat. Many of us remember eating caramel apples or making them with family, whether it was at a fair, carnival, or Halloween party. It was a special treat. Sometimes we even made them at home. No matter where we enjoy them, the memory is a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just like the good old Renaissance fair for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because isn't that where you mainly got your caramel apples?
No.
Really? That's where I always saw caramel apples.
Really?
Yeah, that's the only place I ever saw.
I've never gotten a caramel apple from the Renaissance Fair.
Really?
No.
I thought that was like a main thing. I thought that was like one of the big things of
No, I get
going to a
turkey
Renaissance
legs. I get pickles.
Yeah, I always saw
I get
people with
beer.
candy with caramel covered apples.
Yeah. No, I can't say that I've ever had.
That's just the fake Renaissance people.
I was gonna say I've also had braces for 6 to 7 years of my life, so I didn't eat these for
caramel
6 to 7 years of my life.
Yeah, I never had braces, so I always get to enjoy these delicacies.
Oh.
Yeah, they're super tasty. I'm a huge fan of caramel apples.
Absolutely. A couple of years ago, we ended up getting a present from a family friend, and they gave us a couple different caramel apples to try, and they were like a white chocolate covered caramel apple and like a pretzel dark chocolate covered caramel apple and like just like these awesome varieties that she knew, this woman that handmade them, and I gotta say, I still think about them.
Delicious stuff. That's awesome. That is definitely some great stuff. I could go for a caramel apple.
Do you like just the classic?
Yeah, I like
no nuts,
apple, no nuts on it. That is the classic. I feel like
it?
Is the nuts on top of
Caramel and nuts.
Yeah, caramel nuts and apple. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, you can't have no apple.
Yeah, there was one that we had gotten that was the caramel apple, and it was milk chocolate, peanut butter, and then rolled in crushed peanuts, and it was.
Yeah, that seems really, really tasty. But it also makes me think of those little suckers that were so hard to get out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yes, but they were so good.
I also didn't really like those because they hurt my mouth. And so my family, when they had bought those packages, my brother, on the other hand, loved them. And so they would have to hide them because he would take 4 to 5 at a time and eat them in a row.
Really?
And I'm like, how does the roof of your mouth not just like hate you?
Well, he's always getting a new coat on there.
Yeah.
You're just ripping out the other because it would just get stuck up in there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Those I actually went through a phase of where I didn't eat them because I was like, I can't handle them anymore. And then I tried them again recently, and I was like, wow, they're still good. They still get just as stuck into
See, those
my mouth.
Suckers remind me of like Friday night high school football games.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yes.
Well, happy National Caramel Apple Day. We do have 47 balls dropped in this game, number 11, and we're trying to give out this great Musco prize of $88.60, and we'll see who can win it as we got players 7 balls away, Man, Bear, Pig, Eve, as well as Kimmy. But we do have a little bit of Twins news we can get into while you guys are finishing up this game.
Yeah, maybe even take a caramel apple shot.
Oh, that would be yummy. The Yankees Phillies offered Aaron Judge a 7-year, $213.5 million extension last spring, but that was an offer he could refuse. He bet on himself, arguably having the best walk year in MLB history. He finished the season with an AL record 62 home runs, and only Luis Reyes kept him from winning the Triple Crown. Now Judge has an opportunity to shine in October before hitting the free agent market for the first time in his career.
Absolutely. We do have player over at Brian's Bar and Grill, as well as player at the Dugout Bar and Grill Bethel, and Jan at Carboni's Pizza. All three players are splitting up that must-go prize of $88.60. Nicely done to all of those winners in this game number 11. We're about to begin enrolled in a game number 12 now, as you guys have just over 2 minutes to do so. And we have that minor prize clicking up from 52 to 54 balls or less. We still have that major and mega prize on the line as well. So make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 2 minutes. I'll give out some cash.
Yeah, it should be some really fun stuff as you guys get enrolled. But to continue on with this, Judge is likely to be the AL MVP, and he will become a free agent heading into his age 31 season. For reference, Carlos Correa, who may be heading back to the free agent market, is 2 years younger than Judge. Both players project to have massive long-term deals, and the Twins will have payroll flexibility this winter. Does that mean the Twins have room to add Judge?
Does it?
That would be some really cool stuff. Judge is one of those game-changing players, one of the best batter in the MLB this past year. And if you can add that to your team, it is a must. He is super talented. He's huge. He's a good position player, and he can change the course of a game just by him being up to bat on a regular basis. I think he would be a nice addition. But, I mean, everyone's going to think that. I mean, he's the best batter in the MLB. Like, if you're that good, you're going to get so many offers, get big money. And if the Twins are willing to pay for something like that, it would be a huge add for us, as it would solidify our batting room very, very well, as he would be very much an upgrade from Carlos Correa, even though Carlos Correa is such a good batter anyways.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys want to show your support for our twins before they make big decisions like this, we have our awesome E-Tab game that we've teamed up with them for called Twins Win. You can pick a lucky batter in the Home Run Derby bonus round as well to win some Grand Slam prizes.
Yeah, it's really, really fun stuff. So make sure you guys are checking out those sports-themed E-Tab games. But we do have some great lunch bingo that is themed after our sports teams. And right now it's playing a little bit of Vikings bingo. But half the year you play Twins bingo. And you can take home some points towards our lunchtime bingo standings if you're playing during that 12-1 time. And we like to call those standings the Twiking Zone.
Absolutely. So starting off in 10th place, we got Red playing over at American Legion Fridley, and they sit with 106,000 points. Then with 115,000 in 9th place, we got Kirby playing at Adagios. 8th place is T-Bone playing at Poppers with 119,000. Then with 122,000 in 7th place, we got Caribou playing at Cooper's Restaurant. 6th place is Tez playing at Poppers, and they have 148,000 points. Then with a 200,000 point club, in 5th place, we have Sinbad playing at Corky's Bar South Haven with 212,000 points. With 214,000 in 4th place, we got Loser Dave playing over at VFW Spring Lake Park. 3rd place, though, is Nan playing at Corky's Bar South Haven, and they sit with 231,000 points. Then with 246,000 in 2nd place, we got Scrub Eye playing at VFW Blaine. And in 1st place, officially in the 300,000 point club, separating himself from the rest of the pack, it is Mikey Wins playing at the Chili Lime with 319,000 points so far.
Yeah, good job to all of those players killing it during our lunchtime bingo. And Mikey Wins getting into that 300,000 point club today. Big stuff for him over this last weekend. Was able to get into that 300,000 point club. But onto the location side of these standings, in 10th place, we got Halfley's Bar in Richmond with 138,000 points. With 144,000 points in 9th place, getting bumped back from 8th, we got Steve-O's in Crystal. And that's because this location moved from unranked all the way to 8th place. And that's a Lakefront Bar in La Center with 151,000 points. With 168,000 points in 7th place, we got Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards in Coon Rapids. 6th place is VFW Blaine with 266,000 points. With 284,000 points in 5th place, we got Our Place on 3rd in Faribault. Fourth place is Poppers in Virginia with 402,000 points. With 434,000 points in third place, we got Corky's Bar South Haven. Second place is American Legion Fridley with 515,000 points. And with 611,000 points in first place, we got VFW Spring Lake Park. Good job to all those players and locations, but we do have a winner in this game.
That's right, Man Bear Pig is taking home another win over at McHugh's Bar and Grill. They're taking home that must-go prize, $29.30 going out to you, Man Bear Pig. Nicely done in this game number 12. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 13 with that minor prize clicking up from 54 to 56 balls or less.
Yeah, hopefully we see you guys getting on in here. Should be that great minor prize like you said. About to creep over $100 as more players get enrolled. That major prize is at $2,743. You take home in 50 balls or less. And that mega prize is at $46,547. You take home in 49 balls or less. Just 2 minutes to get enrolled into this game.
Absolutely. Well, if you guys didn't know, on those iPads that you guys play with us alongside, we also have over 70 different charitable e-tab games that you guys can choose to play at any time. They have a wide variety of different themes for you guys to choose from, and they all have 85% payout and huge prizes up to $1,500. They even have small bets between 50 cents and $5, as well as awesome bonus rounds and free play rounds as well. Now, what would you say is your favorite Halloween e-tab to highlight for today?
I'm gonna go with a little bit of Diesel Freaks.
All
You
right.
get you place Sesame Street in the place where the Hills Have Eyes take place, and that's how you get those goo monsters and Diesel Freaks. And it's super fun. I really like it. It's got great music. It's got fun little monsters that are going crazy with their Mad Max little
If it was like if the
vehicles.
Monster Mash was a monster truck rally.
Yes, exactly. I love it. It's super, super fun stuff. But what's your favorite of those Halloween monster e-tabs?
I'm going to go with a little Monster Moolah.
Whoa,
It's
that's
a great
always
way
a
to take home some
classic.
cash.
Yeah, Will highlighted it. I highlighted it today, and now you have highlighted it today. It's one of our best e-tab games. House on Haunted Hill, another good one. We got a different. What's another one?
Voodoo Guru.
Yeah, Voodoo Guru is the one you highlighted earlier today.
And even in a couple weeks, when we're getting closer to that Christmas season, we have Monster Moolah Christmas Edition, and so it's definitely a great one. Very versatile for all the different holidays.
Yeah, super, super fun stuff. We do just have 25 seconds to get enrolled in this game. 56 balls or less for that minor prize of $118. Should be some fun stuff, as we'll see if that can go out. But we do have some music history to get into, as the first day in music history in 1962, we got the Monster Mash rules the airways, becoming the most popular Halloween song of all time.
Classic.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's the one song that I go, yeah, that is the theme of
Yes.
Halloween song.
I listened to it today.
Monster Mash is so good, and then you also got Spooky Scary Skeletons,
Yeah.
which is another one that I consider like the perfect,
And this is
Halloween
Halloween.
music. This is Halloween, yes, another perfect
I listened to
Halloween.
that one on my way home from the work today for
that's
lunch.
great.
I had my windows down, and someone in the car next to them started nodding their head along with me. And I was
Oh,
like,
really?
Yes.
That is great. Well, we do have some of the most popular ones of all time. And coming in at number 10
Yes.
is Black Magic Woman by Santana.
We also listened to this one today.
Yes, we did.
Number 9, we got A Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Ooh, cool stuff.
Absolutely.
It does look like our web captioner is being a little funky. Okay, and we're back and better than ever. At number 8, we got Somebody's Watching Me by Rockwell. Yeah, cool stuff.
Werewolves of London by Warren Zeston sits at it's number 7.
Yes. Number 6 is This Is Halloween by the Citizens of Halloween. I think this is way too low on this list. At number 6, doesn't feel high enough.
At number 5, we got Highway to Hell by AC/DC.
Yeah, that's a top tier one. But I wouldn't necessarily call it Halloween like music.
I listened to all of these today on my Halloween mix.
Fourth is The Reaper by Blue Oyster
Cult. Yeah,
and-
Don't Fear the Reaper.
Yeah, that's super fun.
Yeah, that was actually what I rode into work this morning listening to. I was blaring it.
Only back at number 3, doesn't make it into the top 2. Monster Mash by Bobby Boris Pickens. Pickett.
At number 2, we got Ghostbusters by Ray Parker Jr. And before we go over the number 1 most elusive top Halloween track, we got a winner.
We got Kazoni over at Kathy's Pub in Rochester taking home that $32 must-go coverall prize. Good job, Kazoni, as we are now getting enrolled into this game number 14 of Game Day Bingo. That minor prize will be clicking up from 56 to 58 balls or less. We'll see if we can go out in this game. And the number 1 Halloween song of all time is Thriller by Michael Jackson, done in 1983. Yes, it's great. You got zombies, you got a great dance, and you got a catchy tune. It's definitely one of the best out there.
Absolutely, but I still don't even consider it some of my top Halloween tracks.
In your Thriller as one of your top ones?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's definitely one of my top ones. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, I don't know. I always just kind of correlated with like an everyday song. Like I never really correlated it with Halloween, even though it's.
I very much correlated most of it with Halloween. I always listened to it on Halloween, and one of my cousins would be dressed up as a zombie, and he'd be doing like this to it, and so like it's
the Thriller dance.
Yeah, very iconic to me as a Halloween song. Outside of
I'm sure most people do, but
it's just a good song that people listen to as well. But it's kind of like like Black Magic Woman, like that's
or Season of the Witch.
Season of the Witch. They're both Halloween songs, but they also are great to listen outside of Halloween.
Absolutely. I just listened to the Lana Del Rey version of Season of the Witch.
Really?
And it was actually very nice.
Well, she's a pretty talented singer.
Yeah, very like melodic,
Mm-hmm.
Next up, though, that happened on this day, and it happened in 1998, and it's that Kiss launched their Psycho Circus tour with a Halloween show in Las Vegas. The amply named Smashing Pumpkins are the opening act.
Really? That seems like a pretty fun opening act as well as follow-up Kiss.
Could you imagine seeing this live on Halloween in Vegas, though?
That would be so fun.
That's like an incredible show.
That'd be crazy. I mean, it doesn't fit any better yet. Smashing Pumpkins, great fall music, and just fits with it. And then Kiss, which is basically dressed up in Halloween costumes every single time they perform, and just feel more in their element on Halloween time. I feel like that's definitely some great stuff there.
Oh, absolutely. I can't.
This is one of John's favorite bands.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Smashing Pumpkins. I think I've actually seen them live, but.
Really?
Yeah,
don't recognize their music. Would have to probably hear some of it.
I would definitely have to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sure you would recognize it as soon as you hear it, because I think John has played a few songs for you recently of Smashing Pumpkins.
And knowing my parents, I know I obviously know who the Smashing Pumpkins are, but I can't think of their songs right now.
Yeah, I got it mixed up with Smash Mouth. Earlier today, just because I was like, wait, they're not the ones that did Shrek, are they? And he was like, no, that's Smash Mouth. I was like, okay, good. That was just getting the Smash mixed up together. But definitely cool on the day. Kiss opening up their Psycho Circus tour with Smashing Pumpkins being their opening act.
Very cool.
But if you guys want to be a part of our PGL world, make sure you guys are signed up at pgl.world and become a member of our league. PGL players, they compete for points and have access to insider information, including a monthly newsletter that has so much great information in it. Outside of all that great stuff, we also like to highlight those players and send a little bit of luck out to them.
That's right, and we got a couple players who just signed up, like Guy Wren, Gorge. We also had Kitty, A. Josh 2005, Baby Girl, Leroy, Buck All Day, Saloon 69, Dean Mann, Studio K, Mr. Holt, Fancy Pants himself. We also had Ladybug, Disco Punk, Kelly Crazy C, Mama P, and Dean Amy.
Yeah, good job to all those players getting signed up. You got a favorite name right now?
Disco Punk.
Disco Funk.
Disco Funk.
Yeah, I'm going to go with it
could also be Disco P Hunk.
Guy Wren.
Guy Wren.
Guy Wren. That's going to be my pick.
Reminds me of Guy Sensei.
Nerd. We got 53 balls dropped on this one. We'll see if we can give out this minor jackpot in 58 balls or less. Players are 4 balls away. Not in line, it looks like, but I never trust the rolling screen. Right here, last opportunity, have it go out, and we're moving on to a $41.10 must-go prize, meaning that jackpot's only going to grow and roll into this next one, as our winner is little bit of flatliner over at Eagles Rochester, taking home $41.10. Good job to our winner in that game, as we are now going to get enrolled into a game number 15 of Game Day Bingo. Hopefully you guys are getting rolled, press, and play, as those jackpots are only going to grow 60 balls or less for that minor as we get enrolled into this one.
I guess it's a dead man's party over there at Eagles Rochester.
Oh.
Well, you guys have just about under 2.5 minutes to get enrolled in this next game, but each and every time you guys are taking home those PGO points on our specialty nights, you also get to go compete against each other for our top 10 standings when you guys earn those PGO points, and we've had players competing all season long, 12 so far, and I'll let you take the player side away.
Oh, yeah, and in 10th place, we got Keith over at Billy's Rockford with 781,230 points. With 814,875 points in 9th place. Actually got pushed back just last week from 8th to 9th. It's Sarah Honey at VFW Austin. In 8th place, moving up from 9th, we got Panda over at the Roadside with 844,870 points. With 874,455 points. In 7th place, we got Nixon at VFW Roseville. Getting bumped back from 3rd into 6th, not high rising like he has been, is Brizo over at the Underground Bar and Grill with 889,905 points. With 899,700 points in 4th place. Getting pushed back from 4th, we got Sloppy over at Malone's Bar and Grill. And that's due to a big riser from 6th all the way to 4th place. We got Bergar over at Southtown Lanes with 965,930 points. Getting pushed back from 2nd into 3rd, though, we got Devoided over at the Roadside with 981,420 points. Moving up from 5th into 2nd, we got Chapster over at Moe's with 998,895 points. And then number 1 player, it's Forget You D over at VFW Austin with 1,344,465 points, killing the competition so far this season. But Chapster, I mean, huge rise up for them, 5th to 2nd.
Absolutely. Nicely done, Chapster. That is a huge push, and these players have been competing so diligently week in and week out, so that is awesome to see. Nicely done, and you're just so close to getting into that 1 million point club. Less than 2,000 points away. Can definitely be made up in a single PGL night, and so we'll definitely be looking out for that starting tomorrow night.
Yeah, should be some fun stuff. I'm going to be watching out for this week. I'm going to be looking for Bergar. It seemed like he had a big week last week, and is close enough to that 1 million point club to get there and start to challenge some big-time players.
I'm looking out for Devoided. He is not one to sit back and take it when he gets pushed back in these standings, and so I definitely think we'll be seeing some pushback there.
Yeah, should be some fun stuff. But on to the location side of these standings, as you guys got balls dropping in this game. You got a 60 ball or less minor jackpot, $238, a major prize of $2,852. You can take home in 50 balls or less, and that mega prize of $46,652 you can take home in 49 balls or less. And if we miss out on all those, we do have a $55.20 must-go prize. Not bad stuff.
Absolutely. Well, on the location side of things, jumping in from unranked into 10th place now is Miltona Liquor Store. They're in Miltona and sit with 2,412,335 points. Then just getting pushed back from 7th to 9th place, we got VFW Austin as they sit with 2,440,995 points. Now getting pushed back from 6th place into 8th, we have LJ's in Miltona. They sit with 2,586,835 points. Now jumping up from 8th place into 7th, though, we got the Cabin Bar in Nicolette. They sit with 2,604,460 points. Now our big time riser this week from our location side is actually jumping all the way up from 10th place into 6th. It's the Corner Bar and Grill Winstead, as they sit with 2,632,855 points. Now getting pushed back from 4th into 5th, our last location in the 2 million point club, it's the Mabel Liquor Store. They sit with 2,775,684 points. Now the shakeups don't stop there, as getting pushed back from 3rd into 4th place, it is VFW Northfield. They sit with 3,113,705 points. Jumping all the way up from 5th place, though, into 3rd, it's the Friendly Buffalo in Big Lake. They now sit with 3,182,200 points. Then in 2nd place, staying the same, it's Poppers in Virginia. They now sit with 3,219,105 points. But before I go over that number 1 location, we got a winner.
Justin over at the Municipal Liquor Store, Moose Lake, is taking home that $55.20 must-go prize in this game number 15. Good job, Justin, as we get enrolled into this game number 16. That minor prize only going to grow, and you can actually win it in the exact ball count that Justin just won this must-go in, because it's going to be clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less, over $200 available, and is creeping towards $300 available as you guys get enrolled. That major prize is starting to close in towards $3,000. If it does so, the ball count will be clicking out. Right now, it's sticking at 50 balls or less. That mega prize is at $46,704. You can take home in 49 balls or less, but we still have to talk about that number 1 location in our PGL standings.
That's right. It's Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud, as they sit with 4,260,205 points, the only location in the 4 million point club.
Good job, Howie Sports Bar and Grill in St. Cloud. And make sure you guys are coming out for the next 2 PGL nights. We got a MegaSota game night happening tomorrow night at 6:40. Tony and Nikki, always the best PGL game action. And then the very next night, it's me and Will on the show again, and we'll be celebrating a Wild Wednesday where we give out a bunch of points, as well as talk about our Minnesota Wild. But we'd like a little bit of talking about our Minnesota Wild right now, as we got some good news. They're 4-1 on the season, and Frederick Goudreau scored a backhander in the 3rd round of a shutout to give the Minnesota Wild a 4-3 victory over the Chicago Blackhawks on Sunday night. Kirill Kaprizov scored for the Wild in the 2nd round. Marc-Andre Fleury stopped Chicago's Jonathan Taus and Patrick Kane in the shootout to help give Minnesota coach Dean Evanson his 100th NHL victory.
Right on.
Yeah, definitely some awesome stuff there. Good to see that our Minnesota Wild are getting better, as we had such a abysmal start to the season, and we've really gotten going. I think getting 3 wins, 4 wins in the last bit. That's been really, really good for us.
Absolutely. You guys have just about 25 seconds, though, to get enrolled in this next round. That minor prize is over $300, and at 62 balls or less, it's definitely going to be a good one. So if you're not enrolled, make sure to do so in the next 10 seconds, because we're going to be giving out some great cash here.
Yeah, the game prior to that was on Saturday, where we ended up losing to the Detroit Red Wings. They're 4-2, so they've had a pretty good season so far, but they beat us 1-2 in a very defensive showing, which, I mean, is good for us, as we need to show more defense. Holding them to only 2 goals, we should win most of those games. We did come off back-to-back wins before that, as we beat the Senators 4-2 on Thursday, and on Tuesday beat the Canadiens 3-1. Definitely some great stuff there. We didn't even talk about the Thursday victory for us, as 4-2 victory, huge win against the Senators, who are 4-3 so far this season. I mean, so at that point in the season, they're 4-3. They're now 4-4, so they've gotten more losses since we last played them. But definitely good showing for us, as we've been a little bit hotter team, holding to teams to a lot lower scores outside of just last game, where the Blackhawks scored 3 points. That was the highest point total against us since we lost to the Bruins earlier in the year.
All right.
Yeah, should be some good stuff. So hopefully that defense continues on in this season. And we do have 40 balls dropped in this game, though, as we're trying to give out that minor prize in 62 balls or less.
Absolutely. Well, we do have a game coming up just tomorrow, and our Wilds are going to be going up against those Canadians. It's happening at 6 p.m., and if you want to show your support for them, you can play the awesome E-Tab game, Let's Go Wild. You can even check out that Slap Shot bonus round to take home some huge prizes, too.
Yeah, it's super fun stuff, and should be a really good game. Like we talked about just last time we played the Canadians, we were able to get a nice victory. So hopefully we can keep on that pace and get another one, as we're looking much hotter than we did coming into that first game. We do have 55 balls dropped on this one, though. We need to pay a little bit more attention to this game, as players are 5 balls away. We got Dark Horse, a big-time player out there, Divine, Hoosier. We'll see.
Come on, we got 2 balls to go with a bunch of you guys 3 balls away, and there it is. We got Itty as well as Jan. Itty over at the Country Lounge and Jan over at Carboni's Pizza, both splitting up that awesome minor prize, $342.28, getting split between you guys. Nicely done. That was game number 16. We're about to be enrolled in a game number 17, where that bingo Musco is sitting at $83, getting tacked onto this next round. So we're going to be giving out a huge double Musco, so make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, should be some really fun stuff. Should be some good stuff. I was going to take a break heading into this game.
Oh, no, we're
not.
not.
The Musco is going to be so good in this one. We got to stick around. 2 minutes and 20 seconds to get enrolled. So hopefully you guys do so and get into this next game. I mean, outside of that, we do have a major and mega prize that are super at super great ball counts, 49 balls or less for the mega, 50 balls or less for the major. We'll see if it can go out.
So did you have any big Halloween traditions that were your favorite growing up as a kid? Did you guys do anything as a family on Halloween? Did you just treat the day as any ordinary day?
It was pretty normal outside of the trick-or-treating.
So but you don't have like a favorite memory from Halloween?
I mean, I like trick-or-treating.
Do you have any traditions that you would like to do with your kids in the future?
Maybe decorate my house.
I would like to have Halloween parties. I really enjoyed having my
parties.
grandparents over and having the music going and snacks out as a kid, I think. And being able to invite like a couple of my friends over and having like a big group thing.
Yeah.
I definitely would like to do that and kind of host a Halloween, if not go to a Halloween, depending on who's got the best neighborhood for the kids, you know.
Yeah. You got to pick out the one that gives them the best candy.
I would love to have a Halloween party.
Yeah,
as a tradition.
That would definitely be a fun one. Yeah, I don't have any Halloween traditions, so whatever you want to make them, I'll go along with it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had anything that you would like to do or whatever it may be.
No. I mean, I just have fun.
Yeah.
Just have fun. Do Halloween, dress up.
Well,
Eat some candy.
Yeah, we just have under a minute left to get enrolled in this next round. Hopefully we can give out that awesome minor. If not, one of those mega or majors. We have those awesome prizes on the line for you guys as well. So might as well just take it home in 49 balls and take home $46,000.
Yeah, and we're not trying to give out that minor prize at all. We want to give out the Musco instead. The Musco is way better than any of that minor has to offer. Should be over $100 available in that. But in the fishing report, we're checking in with the Bemidji area lakes done by Explore Minnesota on October 27th. And walleye action has been great on the Bemidji area lakes. Jigs and minnows are working well off of the 12 to 14 foot breaks. Look for balls and balls of bait fish on your graph, and the walleye should be right nearby. Smallmouth bass fishing has been excellent on the deeper rock humps and bars. Please remember that we are currently in the smallmouth bass. We are currently in the smallmouth bass catch and release season. Cool stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you say was your favorite fishing experience you've ever had?
Favorite fishing experience I've ever had? I'd probably say catching a shark. Yeah, when I caught a little baby shark, I thought that was pretty cool.
That is really
It's
cool.
the one I brag about the most. So, yeah, I'll say that one. Catching a shark as a little kid. What's your
I'd probably have to
favorite?
say when we went on that charter boat and
That
this
was
past
super
summer
fun. That was
and
a
ocean
super
fishing.
fun style of fishing,
Yeah.
tracking those fish around.
Yeah, those
Uh,
red drum schools.
Yeah, and you didn't even have to stop or wait. You chased the red drum as you
Yeah.
tried to toss a reel in there. It was definitely a really, really cool way of fishing. That was high-paced, a very high-paced form of fishing.
And that guy knew what he was doing.
Yeah, it was way different than anything I had ever done before. We do have players 8 balls away on this game, though. 40 balls drop. They're in line to take home maybe a bigger prize than just that must-go of $120. That'd be pretty cool because then we'd get a triple must-go. And I've never had a triple must-go before. That would be really, really crazy stuff. $6, 6 balls away for some of these players. And it looks like we won't be giving out the mega or the major prize in this game. Last opportunity to do so. Yeah, we're moving on to that must-go prize of $120, and we'll see who can end up getting the win.
Absolutely. We got Lawn Boy, Duke, Coop, and a bunch of you guys all out there 5 balls away. We'll have to see who's going to be one of our lucky winners. Who do you think is going to be taking home that prize?
Ooh, I'm going to go with, I don't know, Super Fox.
I was going to say Super Fox.
I already took it.
Well, maybe that just means they are the winner.
No, you got to pick someone else.
Fine, I'll pick Duke Coop.
Yep, there you go. But it's neither of them. It's MMB over at Carboni's Pizza CR Billiards. Taking home $120.60. Good job, MMB. As me and Jordy are going to be taking a break as you guys play this game number 18 of Game Day Bingo.
Our mission is to serve the community. Pilot Games has given us the opportunity to provide those resources and so forth that we need to our schools, to our fire department, to our library, to organizations that help the hungry. All of those are all made possible by the Pilot Games organization.
There it is. 53 balls.
We're at the Ledge Amphitheater in White Park, Minnesota.
I saw the Blues Brothers 2 years ago with these guys.
Blues Brothers 2 years ago was a lot of fun. Prior to that, it was the Beach Boys, and with John Stamos, it was awesome.
I have never been to a PyCon event before. This is my first time, and I am loving it.
Yeah, this is incredible. We pulled in, parked, got some free beers, amazing free food.
Famous Days!
Hey everyone, Famous Dave here, smoking up the best ribs in America. having a great time so far. We got a picture with John Randall. It's pretty awesome.
John Randall is like my favorite.
Skol, 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 baby!
Really cool seeing John Kriesel. Really cool listening to him talk and his story.
This is my first PyCon, and I've had a blast.
Willie is my favorite.
I'm excited for Willie Nelson.
I grew up listening to Willie Nelson my whole life.
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Have a really nice day!
The entertainment, the people watching, cocktails, t-shirts.
Drink and eat and be with everybody.
Fabulous experience.
Either way, I don't know why you would miss this. That's all I gotta say.
He said we're making sure to come every year.
Get your butt here, man. Get your butt here.
Come on, let's get stinking rich! Smell you later. Smells like money! Five free plays awarded! That smells wild! It doesn't get any better than that! Smells like a big one! Five times multiplier! It's raining cash! You gotta play to win!
Hey guys, and we are back for some more game day bingo. We got 50 seconds to get enrolled in this one, and this should be a great one as we got that minor prize in 58 balls or less, over $150 available in that one. That major prize has clicked up from 50 to 51 balls or less, sitting at $3,060, and that mega prize sitting at $46,860. You could take it home in 49 balls or less. But if you guys take home any of these jackpots, anything over $600, or just having a good time playing Pilot games with your friend, favorite bartender, just you by yourself, we'd love to see a player picture of it. You guys can share those pictures by messaging us directly on Facebook, or you can post them onto any of your social media with the hashtag Pilot Games. You can also email them over to us to jackpots@pilotgames.com. All great options to be able to show you guys off. And here's another way to show you guys off. Here's a great jackpot going out, $1,178. Great example of why you should send in those player pictures.
Absolutely, but we are officially in this game number 20. In that game number 18, as soon as we got off air with you guys, we gave out a prize out to Peter over at the Mill Creek, and they took home $23.20. And then that last round, game number 19, we gave a prize out to Chicago Joe playing over at the Boathouse Brothers Brewing, as well as Itty over at the Country Lounge. They both split it up, and they got to split up $33.60 between them.
Good job to all of our winners in the last two games. But we do have a little bit of Vikings news to get into while you guys are playing these Vikings-themed games. And the winning touch that so often escaped the Minnesota Vikings last season is back in their hands. The Arizona Cardinals, they sure can vouch for it. Zadarius Smith had 3 sacks to help a fired-up defense hang on against Kyler Murray. And the Vikings beat the Cardinals 34-26 on Sunday for their 5th consecutive victory. Dalvin Cook rushed for a season-high 111 yards and a touchdown. Kirk Cousins passed for 2 touchdowns and ran for another. And the Vikings remain undefeated at home in Coach Kevin O'Connell's rookie year. I thought we were a really good football team last year. We just couldn't find the inches in too many games. We found them now. I don't know. Why we found them now, I don't know, Cousins said. Really, really good stuff. Yeah, finding those little ways to be able to find victory is a great skill, and we just seem to do it this season. Last season, I swear we found ways to lose games. This season, we found ways to win games, and it's been really, really great stuff.
Absolutely. This has been a great season to watch. We got another game coming up this Sunday. It's going up against those Commanders. It's happening at noon, so definitely be in the know about that. And a great way that you guys can get prepared for that game is by going onto that Player Connect app, signing in, and that sports link right above your player icon. Click on that. You'll be able to choose 5 squares for the Vikings versus Commanders game before Sunday at kickoff. You can earn some PGO points and a great lot of fun along with it.
Yeah, we do have B6992 over at Sauk Rapids, VFW Post 6992 in Sauk Rapids, taking home $30.60, 1 ball away from taking home that minor jackpot. Super, super close stuff for you, B6992, as we are now getting enrolled into a game number 21 of Game Day Bingo as all these jackpots continue to grow. We got $181 available on that minor prize. You can take home in 60 balls or less. Just 2 minutes to get enrolled in this game. Should be some great stuff. But speaking of the Vikings, they had a really good year. Zadarius Smith now is leading the league in sacks and is basically being paid by the Green Bay Packers for him to play for our Vikings, which is awesome. Great by us, I think. Thank you, Zadarius Smith, and thank you, Green Bay Packers, for letting us sign Zadarius Smith. Dalvin Cook, that was great to see him get back into the fold. 100 yards rushing for the first time this season. Super, super good. We need to see it out of him at some point this season, and it finally felt like things got going against the Arizona Cardinals, a weaker rush defense than we had been facing in the previous weeks. And, I mean, even Justin Jefferson didn't have a bad game. I think 6 receptions, 98 yards, a nice game out of Justin Jefferson as well. It's only sad because Kirk Tober's done. Kirk Tober's awesome. I love Kirk Tober because he always plays so good in October, and he definitely lived up to the name this year as he dominated in October for us.
That's right. Well, if you guys want to show your support for our Vikings, check out that eTab game, Vikings Victory. You can pick a lucky letter in that school bonus round to win some huge prizes there as well, as long with playing alongside and shooting out some extra luck to our Vikings.
Yeah, definitely some great stuff there. Just 50 seconds to get enrolled in this next game, though, as you guys have a great $208 minor jackpot you can take home in 60 balls or less. We'll see if we can go out in this game. But we do have some celebrity birthdays to get into while you guys are getting into this game number 21. And the first one is one we already talked about on today. Born in 1860, we got Juliet Gordon Lowe, an American activist and founder of the Girl Scouts of America.
Yeah, she was said to be inspired by the work of the Lord Baden-Powell, founder of Boy Scouts, and she joined the Girl Guide movement in England, forming her own group of Girl Guides in 1911.
Really?
Her nickname was actually Daisy.
Daisy the Girl Scout captain.
Yeah.
That's awesome stuff. I mean, Girl Scouts, huge. And I'm sure back then it was way less about selling cookies and way more about outdoor survival and stuff like that.
Yeah, nowadays there are more than 2.5 million Girl Scouts in the U.S. and nearly 90 other countries. More than 50 million women have participated in Juliet Gordon Lowe's organization.
That's really, really cool stuff. We do have balls dropping in this game, number 21. 60 balls or less to take home $212 on that minor jackpot, $3,106 on the major 51 balls or less, and that mega prize at 49 balls or less. You could take home $46,906.
Yeah, she also became deaf at the age of 25, where she had a ear infection, and they actually treated it by putting silver nitrate in her ear, and it caused her to lose hearing.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That is weird.
And weirdly enough, the infection happened because a grain of rice got stuck in her ear canal from rice being thrown at a wedding.
That is crazy.
Just such a horrible, horrible series of events.
Yeah, yeah. Well, happy birthday, Juliet Gordon Lowe. You got anything positive to leave it off on?
Oh, I mean, other than the amazing legacy that she got to leave behind with just millions upon millions of women and girls following in her footsteps each day, I think that is definitely the most positive impact that we can leave by saying leaving off with Juliet Gordon-Lowe.
Next up, born in 1883, we got Anthony Wilding, New Zealand tennis player, won the Wimbledon from 1910 to 1913.
Yeah, he was really, he was number one. He was the number one tennis player in New Zealand.
Ah, that's really, really cool.
He ended up getting drafted for World War I.
Wow, that's crazy.
He ended up passing away in the war, but we do have Ambo over at the Country Lounge getting to take home that Musco prize, $45.30 going out to you in this game number 21. In game number 22, that minor prize is clicking up from 60 to 62 balls or less. Things are definitely doable, and over that $200 amount, that's a great prize to take home for one of you lucky players.
Yeah, hopefully you're getting enrolled in press and play. But he was actually the first world champion on the sporting stage for New Zealand during his time.
Yeah, I saw something along those lines, but it was cut off, so I wasn't able to fully read about it. That's really cool.
Yeah, really, really impressive for him. Happy birthday, Anthony Wilding.
Next up, in 1913, born on this day, we got Michael Collins. He's the American Major General, USAF, an astronaut. He was on the Gemini 10 and as well as Apollo 11.
That is really cool stuff. He is Irish Okay, this is a different person. He is a American astronaut who flew Apollo 11 command module Columbia around the moon in 1969, while his crewmates Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin made the first crew landing on the surface. He was also a test pilot and major general in the U.S. Air Force Reserve. So another one of those guys that was huge part of that first moon landing.
Absolutely, and after retiring from NASA in 1970, he took a job in the Department of State as Assistant Secretary of State for Public Affairs. A year later, he became the Director of National Air and Space Museum, where he held that position until 1978, when he stepped down and became the Undersecretary of the Smithsonian Institute.
Wow, that's really crazy
so
stuff.
Cool.
Happy birthday, Michael Collins. Next up, born in 1936, we got Michael Landon, an American actor who's in Bonanza, as well as Highway to Heaven.
All right. Happy birthday, Michael Landon.
Yeah, let's see what else he's been in, or if we recognized what we just talked about.
Let's take a peek. He's from Little House on the Prairie.
Oh, is Highway to Heaven the football one?
I'm not too sure.
I think so. I think it's I gotta see if there's any more of it.
He plays Jonathan Smith in Highway to Heaven.
Yes, I think that is the. I'm not 100% sure though. I think it is the football one, where he gets.
Looks like it's sports related.
Let me see. Okay. Okay, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. It's a fantasy drama. Oh, it's a series. Okay, so this isn't what I was thinking it was.
No.
I was thinking of a movie, not a series. Bonanza, Little House on the Prairie.
Us, I Was a Teenage Werewolf. Just a bunch of really cool works from the 50s all the way through the 90s.
A very big, influential actor.
Next up in 1942, we got David Ogden Stiers. He's an American stage and screen actor known for MASH from 1977 through 1983. He also was Major Charles Emerson Winchester III, and he was also in Lilo and Stitch.
I wonder what he was in Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
Let's see. He was also in Beauty and the Beast, Lilo and Stitch 2, Pocahontas.
Huge voice actor, and
it looks like
he was Jumba.
He is Jumba. That is awesome stuff.
Who's he in Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah, let's find out.
I'm not too sure. Oh, he's Cogsworth, the clock.
That is awesome. Definitely a great voice actor. Happy birthday, David Ogden Stiers. Next up, born in 1950, we got John Candy, and a Canadian actor and comedian, was on SCTV and was Uncle Buck.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Buck, he definitely is iconic. Just John Candy in general is an iconic actor.
I always get John Candy and the guy that plays Beverly Hill Ninja.
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley. I always get them two mixed up.
Yeah, they were around the same time, same build, same kind of shtick.
And both passed away way too early.
Way too early.
We do have Trudy as well as Booyah, Ambo. There's Trudy, Pav. Booyah. Yeah, all of them splitting up that $64.70 must-go prize, meaning that that minor jackpot is still growing into the final game of Game Day Bingo. Game number 23, $293. Going to still be clicking up in this one. Going to be over $300 available in 64 balls or less. 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get into this one. Hopefully, you're not missing out.
Absolutely. Well, yeah, no, John Candy is definitely a huge, huge guy. Not like that.
I know. It just was punny.
Yeah.
Next.
Little play on words.
Yeah, but happy birthday, John Candy. We need to start moving as this is our last game of Game Day Bingo. Next up, born in 1961, we got Peter Jackson, a New Zealand film director. He worked on The Lord of the Rings, won an Academy Award for Best Director in 2003 for that work.
Absolutely. Nicely done. Happy birthday, Peter Jackson. Next up, in 1963, we got Rob Schneider, the American actor known for Saturday Night Live. He also played Jamie Coleman in Men Behaving Badly. I can't believe these are his notable works.
Yeah, what is your notable works for him?
Oh my gosh, Animal, Hot Chick, Grown Ups, what's some other Rob Schneider classics? Anything with him and Adam Sandler.
Yeah, anything in Adam Sandler is.
I think Animal and Hot Chick are the two that stick out most that were like his breakaway films that were like solely on him. I think those are definitely
great
classics.
Great Rob Schneider.
Yes, and typically when you have a girl bringing over her boyfriend to meet their family for the first or couple times, usually Hot Chicks is not the one where the girlfriend's family is like, you have to watch this. But my family decided that was the film that they were going to introduce to Ian.
Was that the one?
Yeah, Hot Chick.
I don't think it was Hot Chick.
Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't.
What do you think it was?
Unless that's what it says before.
I can guarantee you
this is what I had to watch from your family. This is what they made me watch. Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo.
Are you sure?
Yes, this is 100% what they made me watch.
I think that might have been my first time watching that too, because I had never seen that prior.
Yeah, that was the first time. That was the first thing they made me watch.
Okay, because I know that they made you watch Hot Chick at some point, but
I don't know. I don't think they ever made me watch Hot Chick.
That's really surprising.
Yeah,
well, I might make you watch it at some point.
I've watched Hot Chick.
Well, there are Rob Schneider movies, whatever they are, it's a classic. So today's the day for you guys to watch them, whatever it is.
Yeah, next up, born in 1967, we got Vanilla Ice, an American rapper. Part of did Ice Ice Baby, and is an actor in Cold as Ice. Yeah, really, really fun actor. Being in Ice Ice Baby is iconic.
Absolutely.
I performed Ice Ice Baby in a lip sync for a college football team orientation competition.
Very fun.
Yeah, it was quite funny.
Next up in 1997, we got Marcus Rashford. He is the English footballer, and he is from Manchester United.
And in 2000, we got Willow Smith, American actress and singer. She did Whip My Hair and is also a dancer, famously the daughter of Will Smith.
Yeah, and Jaden Pickett Smith.
Yes.
Well, happy birthday to Willow Smith and all the other celebrity birthdays born on this day. And if it's your birthday out there as well, happy birthday out to you. That's supposed to be kind of fun, having your birthday on Halloween.
What has Jada Pickett Smith done?
She's a singer, model, dancer.
Oh, okay. I just didn't know what she's in or what she's done.
Yeah.
Anything
I think
like
she's in a
that.
couple movies.
Cool stuff. Cool. Yeah, I only know Will. Jada I know because she's married to Will.
Yeah.
But we do have some Timberwolves news as they are 4-3 in the season, and we didn't have a great last game. Kendall Johnson scored 25 points. Doug McDermott added in 23, and the San Antonio Spurs beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 107-98. Before I get more into that game, we do have a giant win going out there.
That's right. We got Jarvis over at Rack's Bar in Spring Valley taking home that minor prize, just one ball off from that major. And so you're going to take home $393.83 on that one. Nicely done, Jarvis, to end off our game day bingo for today. We're about to get enrolled in a little bit of Lucky 4 bingo, and then we're going to let you guys loose for some Skull bingo. So make sure you guys get enrolled in the next 3 minutes.
Oh, yeah, but talking about the Timberwolves, lost to the Spurs 107-98 on Sunday night. That was San Antonio's second victory over the Timberwolves during a how do you say that word?
Tumultuous.
That's how you say it. Week. It was definitely a crazy one. Hopefully we can end up getting some more wins against them, as that's a well-coached team. It always is with Popovich, and when we're a new team, and they can exploit some of those things. So as we get more solidified as a team, I think we'll be able to seal up a lot more of those wins. But tomorrow our Timberwolves are going to be taking on a really, really good competition, for one of our best competitions we've played so far this season, as we're going to be in Arizona taking on the Suns at 8 p.m.
Absolutely. That's an awesome one. So make sure you guys are sticking around and watching that tomorrow night. But we do have some movies that were released on this day to talk about. And the first one in 1962 was Period of Adjustment.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen this one?
Not at all. Never even heard of it.
I haven't seen it, haven't heard of it either. But it seemed like a pretty big piece. It is a American comedy drama film directed by George Roy Hill from a screenplay written by Isabel Leonard, based on Tennessee Williams' 1960 play of the same name, and star Tony Francisco, Jane Fonda, Jim Hutton, and Louis Nettleton.
Very cool.
Definitely an interesting one. Yeah,
wow.
Really, really young Jane Fonda. That's funny. Well, definitely a cool one on today. Next up in 2008, What Just Happened was released.
Can't say I know this one either.
I think this is a Robert De Niro movie.
It is.
Yes.
And a Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, Sean Penn, John Turturro, Robin Wright, Stanley Tucci. I know that's one of your favorites. Kristen Stewart. Wow, this is a big time. I've never heard of it, though. It might be bad, and it might be just a star-studded.
Kristen Stewart. Interesting.
Yeah. During the course of an ordinary week in Hollywood, movie producer Ben must navigate his way through shark-infested waters as he struggles to complete his latest project. A demanding studio boss demands extensive changes to a movie starring Sean Penn, while another chief won't greenlight a project unless star Bruce Willis shaves his beard. Meanwhile, Ben tries to reconcile with his wife and maintain a relationship with his young daughter. That seems like a tough one to watch.
All right. Well, that's What Just Happened. And finally, in 2014, we got Nightcrawler. We are officially in this Lucky 4 bingo game, though, and we are in line to take home this jackpot. We'll have to see. It'll have to be perfect, but it's not looking like it, so we might be moving past it. There it is. We're moving past it. Now we're in line to take home this $2,239 jackpot. We'll have to see.
Yeah, Nightcrawler is a Jake Gyllenhaal movie. But on today, in October 31st, 1950, 21-year-old Earl Lloyd becomes the first African-American player to play in an NBA game when he takes the court in the season opener for the Washington Capitals, breaking a huge color barrier and brought a lot of big-time players to the NBA, and it's all history from now on. I mean, really, really great stuff in sports.
Very, very cool stuff. But we do have ND Gen $1 away. We're working on that $9 Musco, though. But we have a very important player to talk about with you guys before we let you go.
Yeah, Mike over at VFW Wells took home $28,985, and they were playing over at VFW Wells, which supports the VFW Post 1778 Wells. Their mission is to foster camaraderie among United States veterans of overseas conflicts, to serve our veterans, the military, and our community, to advocate on behalf of all veterans.
Well, we just gave out that Musco prize winner to a bunch of you guys out there splitting it up. We'll have to see if we can get it in the next couple seconds, but if not, that's all right. Congratulations to all of our winners during this happy hour stream. You guys have just about 2 or 3.5 minutes to get enrolled in our first round of Skull Bingo, so stick around, get enrolled, and guys, remember, when you play Pilot games, your community wins.
See ya.